Well, Merry Christmas. I want to thank you all for showing up for Wendell Live's very first live stream. People were asking me, hey, are you going to do a Christmas song this year? I said, well, why don't we just do a Christmas live stream? So it's my very first live stream. I'm sort of figuring things out. Hopefully it'll all go smooth. I'm sure it will. But again, welcome. Glad you could join me. Christmas is only 2 days away. I'm sure you've all been good. Tonight on the show, we're going to talk a little bit about Christmas traditions, talk about maybe some Christmas memories. Of course, we'll sing a few songs or two. Got a little karaoke in there, so if you want to join in at home, you can join in at home and sing along with me. So that's the plan for tonight. And again, thanks so much for stopping by. And well, let's have a look here. Let me take as I'm trying to figure things out. I see New Orleans girl stop by. I want to welcome you. Thank you for coming in. And also Chuck Food Reviews and More. Thanks so much for coming by. Glad you could stop in and say hello. Got a few other people watching that haven't come in on a chat, but again, thanks so much for coming by. And, if you're new here, let me know. Put a little asterisk and new so I know that you're here. And what else here that I want to mention to you? Hey, let me know where you're from. Love to know where people are from and who's watching from where you are, and helps me out a little bit. So, but yeah, Christmas is here. Boy, it sure came upon us really quick, didn't it? It was just like the other day, it was Thanksgiving, then all of a sudden it's Christmas time. Yeah, we lost a week, and that week really sped things up a little bit, made us all hurry up to the store, get our Christmas shopping done, talk to Mr. Amazon, make sure he got all their deliveries in. Got one more day, so hopefully you got everything in. So with Christmas, when does it feel like Christmas for you? You know, Christmas, as I said, it was a really compact year this time. And before you know it, it's going to be New Year's, and then it's going to be the Super Bowl. And then it's going to be the sleepy February where nothing really happens, and we wait till March gets around so we can watch March Madness. So, but let me know in the chat, what makes you think or what makes you feel like it's really Christmas? Oh, look, Mrs. Terry Rikoski stopped by, said Merry Christmas. So thank you very much for coming by and watching. And it's always good to have the family here. So watching too. But again, when is it Christmas for you? When does it start feeling like Christmas for you? For me, I hardly go to Starbucks. I go to Starbucks maybe a few times a year, but I do go to Starbucks. But it isn't Christmas for me until I go to Starbucks and I have my peppermint mocha. I only have it once a year, and that's at Christmas time. But once I get my peppermint mocha from Starbucks, it's Christmas time. It feels like Christmas time. It's ready to go. Let's get the decorations out. Let's go get the tree. Let's go decorate everything. It's time for Christmas. So that's what it feels like for me. So. But that I told you, I promised you we'd sing a song. So let's start off with a song here. Get you in the Christmas mood. One from my buddy Dean Martin. Yeah, you remember this song. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, toys in every store. But the prettiest sight you'll see is the holly that will be right on your front door. Well, hop on boots and a whistle that shoots and wish of Bonnie and Ben A doll that will talk and talk for a walk is a hope at Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait till school will start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. There's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will toll, and the thing that'll make them ring is the carols that will ring right within your heart, right within your heart. A little song there from my buddy Dean Martin. You know, that song was made popular back in 1951 by Perry Como, and it became number 35 on the Hot Billboard 100. You know, they say this, well, the song was written by Meredith Willson, and they believe he was writing it when he was in Yarmouth up in Canada at the Grand Hotel up there, because they have a tree, and there's also a tree in the park, and as a matter of fact, it's directly across from the park. So some people think that that's where he was when he wrote this song. You know, Perry Como's version of the song became one of the most popular versions of the song, and it's still widely played today. There's 87 million streams on Spotify of this Perry Como song. So one of the more popular songs, and one that helps me remember it's time for Christmas time. So let me just take a real quick and see if anybody else joined us in the chat. Elfie Lord's Journey, hey, thanks so much, and Merry Christmas to you. Glad you could stop by. Great to see you here. So thank you. Let's see what we got here. So the next thing, next thing I wanted to do was a little bit of karaoke, give you time, a chance to sing along, because you know, what's Christmas if you can't share it with people? So let's share it together and have a little time, sing a little song here. This is one everybody knows, and when it's over, I'll give you a little bit history of it. So remember this one? Oh yeah! Bum bum. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing bushels of fun. Come on, I can't hear you. Now the jingle rock has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Snowing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle and a jingle and beat. That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell rock. Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells time in Jingle Bell time. Prancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle and a jingle and beat. That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. Oh yeah, Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle Bell Rock. You know that song, Jingle Bell Rock, was Bobby Helms in 1957. And that song's been around a long time. It was number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100. Helm's version is the most popular version of the song. Talks about, from the time there, it talks about the things of the 50s, you know, rock around the clock, and talks about the jingle hop, etc., which dance hops were pretty popular back then. You know, over a span of 25 years, Helms recorded this song on 5 different labels. And it's 9th on the all-time selling list of Christmas songs. So, Jingle Bell Rock. Let me take a real quick look. I'm going to switch back over to take a look at the chat, see if anybody came by. Oh, there's Miss Maddie Rakoski. Thank you so much for coming by. And it's great to see you. Thanks for watching. And hope you're having a good time tonight. Hope you're wrapping up all my presents, as you're supposed to be doing right now. Thank you very much. You know, some fun facts about Christmas. We're talking about Jingle Bell Rock. What about Jingle Bells? Remember Jingle Bells? Everybody sings Jingle Bells. You know, you go out singing with your friends, whether it's you know, in the house or around the neighborhood or whatever. Everybody ends up singing Jingle Bells, right? Well, you know, Jingle Bells is really a Thanksgiving song. It's not a Christmas song. It was originally written to be sung at a Christmas service for a church. But and originally the song was titled One Horse Open Sleigh. So Jingle Bells, although it's a very popular Christmas song, it's pretty much a Thanksgiving song that everybody sings it anyway. Now what else? What are some fun facts about Christmas time? You know, Facebook has become like the authority on everything. Tells us about the elections, tells us about all the other issues that are going on in the world. So obviously, from Facebook, they've announced, or they've analyzed their data that says that 2 weeks before Christmas is the most popular time for people to break up from a relationship. Now, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's because, you know, I better break up so they know I'm not buying a present. I got to give me at least 2 weeks here. But according to Facebook, 2 weeks ahead of time is the most popular time to break up with a relationship. So if you haven't broken up yet, you're okay. You got some time. You're past the critical time, so you're good. Don't worry about it. What else? Another fun fact about Christmas. So what's the abbreviation? What's the abbreviation for Christmas? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Anybody? The abbreviation for Christmas? It's Xmas. You're right, Xmas. Now, how in the world did that come about? What is the X all about? Well, you know, there are some folks that believe, you know, it was trying to take Christ out of Christmas, was putting the X in there. But no, that's not true. Back in the 15th, 16th century, the Greek letter X, pronounced Chi, K-A-I, pronounced Chi, is the first 3 letters of the word Christos in Greece, or in Greek. So X is really Chi, or Christos, or Christ. So that is where the abbreviation came from. So it's really, the X is really the abbreviation for Chi, which is the CHI from the Greek language. So there you go. It's not trying to get rid of Christ out of Christmas. It's really just a Greek abbreviation. So there you go. Again, let me take a snap back here and see if there's anybody else on the chat. Nobody new that we want to say hello to. So let's keep moving on. Let's see what's next on my big list of things. Hey, if you're liking this, like the stream. Don't want to forget that. If you're liking the show, please like the stream. It's always helpful. Get myself out there a little bit more. Excuse me a second while I check my script here, so I know what's going on. So do you have a You have a favorite Christmas memory? Favorite Christmas memory? Anybody? Favorite Christmas memory? You got a favorite Christmas memory? So, when I was growing up, grew up in a small little town in northern Ohio. We didn't have a lot of money. My dad was an elementary school teacher. My mom worked jobs here and there, typically some type of cafeteria work or food service work somewhere. But in the late 60s, unfortunately, that's when I was growing up. Sorry. Everybody had all my friends had those Schwinn bicycles, those Schwinn banana boat or banana seat bicycles, okay? And I wanted one of those. I really wanted one of those. As a matter of fact, there was a bike store in town that's all they had were these Schwinns, and I'd go up and look at them. And I wanted a Schwinn, one of these Schwinn banana seat bikes for Christmas. Well, one year, my parents got me a bicycle. It was a 5-speed bicycle. It was a smaller bicycle. It wasn't a Schwinn. And at first, I was a little disappointed. But you know, I came to love that bike. And it was different than everybody else's. And I drove it. I rode it everywhere I wanted to go. And, well, even today, I like being a little different and getting something that's a little different. And I came to love that little bicycle. So that's one of my favorite Christmas memories. I have to share one other with you. My one daughter, Emma, she was 10 years old, and she said, we got to go to the mall, which is what you did back then. You know, remember malls? Okay. Went back to the mall to get your Christmas gift or go Christmas shopping. So off we go. We go to the mall. We're shopping a little bit, and we're there for maybe 45 minutes or so, and she stops and looks at me and says, you know, Dad, I can't buy your gift. You're going to keep following me around. She had a very good point. So what I ended up doing, I said, you know, all right, here's a 10-year-old girl running around the mall by herself. And that's something that I really wanted to do, but I said, okay, I'm going to wait here at the food court. Off you go. And sure enough, she did. Off she went, bought me my Christmas gift, and to this day, that is my favorite watch I have. So one of my favorite Christmas memories is my daughter Emma running off to buy a watch for me all by herself, picked it out all herself, didn't even think about what it was that she didn't even ask me what I wanted, and one of my favorite Christmas memories. Let me look and see if anybody, I want to take a quick check here and see if anybody had a Christmas memory. New Orleans girl, she says, got a beautiful dollhouse from Santa. Isn't that great? And then you found out that it was made by your uncle. There you go. So yeah, those things are good memories to have. And Tracy, I see Tracy's in. Hey, Tracy, great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're having a great time tonight. And there you go. And it was, yes, Miss Terry, it is a beautiful watch. It really is. So let's have a look here. What's next up here? Oh, this next is another little song that I'd like to do. And make sure I get the right stuff going here. And everybody knows this song. Remember good old Bruce? Is it Christmas time? It's Christmas time. Have you been good? I don't know. Doesn't look like you've been that good. Santa knows if you've been good. Shout, you better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. You better be good for goodness sake. There you go. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. I have my saxophone. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. You better be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's coming. Gonna be here in a day or two. You better have been good. Santa Claus is coming to town. 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 Santa Claus is coming. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Santa Claus is coming. Yo, oh, oh. Santa Claus is coming. Ho, ho, oh. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yeah, he'll be here. Just before you know it, Santa Claus will be here. Oh, yeah. Good old Santa Claus is coming to town. You know, everybody knows that song, that version is Bruce Springsteen. It was originally done by Eddie Cantor back in 1934. Eddie Cantor was a big radio guy back in 1934. Bruce recorded that version at the C.W. Post College. Oh gosh, when was it? Back in 1975 in New York, Brookville, New York, and never released that song until 1982. But it's still a song that he and his band play when they're doing a tour around November or December. So now everybody probably knows Michael Bublé. So Michael Bublé, he does a version of this song. It is the most popular version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. 104 streams on Spotify. Imagine, 104. So, yeah. So a little bit, some fun facts, or excuse me, we did the fun facts. Some good stories about Christmas, or good feel-good stories from today. You know, there's a lot of stuff on TV. You're watching too much TV if you think things are bad right now. You're just watching too much TV. Things are really not that bad. There's a lot of good going on, and as a matter of fact, if you pay attention, you'll find out that good things are going on. 2 weeks ago, on December 14th, thousands of volunteers showed up at the Arlington Cemetery to put down wreaths on all of the fallen soldiers, all the soldiers there. They put over 230,000 wreaths on each one of the graves there. And as they put the wreath down, they stated everybody, they spoke the name of the person, the soldier that was from that grave. So again, feel-good story. Those are good things that are going on. Just imagine all the people that had to show up to put 230,000 wreaths on these gravestones. Now, another thing, this guy, his name's Mike Esmond. He's from Florida. And he noticed that his utility bill was due on December 26th, the day after Christmas. And it reminded him of the time when he was growing up that his family wasn't able to pay their heating bill. And he's grateful today that things have turned around and he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. But he wanted to see how he could help. Now, this guy, he's 73 years old in the town of Gulf Breeze, Florida. He ended up paying the utility bills for 36 families that were at risk and at risk of having their utility bills shut off. It cost him $4,500 to do this. So another feel-good story, somebody taking the action to make sure that other people don't have their utilities cut off during the Christmas time. Another feel-good story, lady in Nashville, Tennessee. Her name is Candace Beasley. She was a waitress, and this was in her teen years. She was a waitress and felt really bad that the folks that would come in around Christmas time by themselves, eating dinner by themselves. So now she's 36 years old. She owns her own little diner in Ashland City, Tennessee. It's about 25 miles from Nashville. And she invited anybody to come by on Christmas Day. She would give them a free meal. And on that first time, it happened in 2013, about 25 people showed up. She said they were mostly truckers or widowers who came by. And now she has a team of volunteers to help her. They have put together meals for anybody who shows up on Christmas Day. And also they put together an additional 300 meals to go to take it to people who can't come out, who would have Christmas dinner by themselves. So there's a lot of good going on out there. Sometimes you have to look for it because our friends at the news networks might not share it with us all the time. But there's a lot of good going on out there. So just don't forget that. Let's just stop for a second and take a look at the chat, see if anybody else joined us before we move on. And Miss Maddie likes the snowflakes. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like the little Christmas theme that we have. So, oh, look at this. It's time for another karaoke song. So, hey, Studio Geek, thanks for stopping by. Glad to see you. My very first live stream. It's glad to have somebody like you who's an old hat at this stuff to come by and say hello. So thank you very much, Studio Geek. As I said, about time to do a second little sing-along. What's Christmas without having a sing-along and singing with people? As a matter of fact, the other night, me and the missus and a friend of hers, we were at a little neighborhood, or not neighborhood, I guess it was a party out in Annapolis. And on the way home, somebody shouted out, "Let's sing Christmas songs." So all of a sudden, we sang Christmas songs all the way home. So here's your chance. If you haven't had a chance to sing a Christmas song, here's a song we can all sing together. You remember this one. I'm sure you have. Winter Wonderland. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening, a beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is a new bird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. All right, sing it so I can hear you. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, "Are you married?" We'll say, "No, man." but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we sing by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. In a winter wonderland. Fortunately, we're not going to have any winter wonderland here in Maryland this year. It can be nice, but not into the snow. But one day's okay. In the meadow, we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have some fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kitties knock him down. When it snows, ain't it thrilling? Through your nose gets a chillin'. We'll frolic and play the Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. To face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. Oh, yes. Winter wonderland. Now, you know I'm going to give you a fun fact on this, right? So, Winter Wonderland, 1934. It's almost 100 years old. By a guy named Richard Hembler. It was number 4 on the Billboard charts. The song has been covered by over 200 other artists, 200 artists. But most popular version, anybody? Eurythmics from 1987 is the most popular version of Winter Wonderland. What a great version that is. Now, you know, in the song, for years, okay, I know probably somebody in the family, is going to laugh at me, but that's all right. They laugh at me all the time. But in the song, they reference Parson Brown. Parson Brown, right? They're going to call the snowman Parson Brown. Who in the hell is Parson Brown? And why is he important? Parson Brown. Parson is what they call a minister or a priest at some independent churches. So Parson Brown is like Minister Brown or Priest Brown. Okay, now I get it. So Parson Brown is the guy, he can marry us when we get to town. Got it. Okay, took me a while to figure that one out, but that's what Parson Brown is all about. So, what about Christmas traditions? You guys have any Christmas traditions? What do you do at your house or your family for Christmas? Anything particular? Anything different? For Christmas traditions. Let me take a look, see if anybody has anything to say about Christmas traditions. Hey, Studio Geek, thank you for your kind words. Thank you. Yes, and you're right, Mrs. Rakowski. The Eurythmics do rock. So let me change this a little bit so you don't have to look at that red so much. Okay, Christmas traditions. So here's our Christmas tradition at our house, okay, at the Rakowski's house in Maryland. So first of all, we gather in the morning. Now, it's changed over the years because my daughters have gotten older, they've moved away, and sometimes they can't get here as early. I mean, in the olden days, it would be, crack of dawn, we would be up. But now, Christmas usually starts around here, around 11 o'clock, once everybody gets here. My one daughter, Emma, works on a farm, and so she's got to feed the horses and take care of that. So the first thing we do, we gather around the fireplace and we open up our stockings. Now, the stocking gifts are pretty much gag gifts most of the time. I'm always for certain, maybe not this year, but always for certain I get electric shave. Isn't that exciting? Wouldn't you like electric shave in your stocking? But so we all get various gag gifts, and there's maybe one or two in there that's not too bad. So that's one thing we do. Then, after we've done the stockings, we all have our Christmas breakfast. So, of course, a Christmas breakfast includes mimosas, and it also includes Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. That's right, Pillsbury cinnamon rolls from the can. I don't know how this tradition got started, but it did. A few years ago, we tried to upgrade. We had homemade cinnamon rolls. Okay, we took time to make them, put them all together. It was a flop. It didn't work. Everybody said, no, we don't want this. We want the cinnamon rolls from the Pillsbury can. So that's our tradition. Then after our Pillsbury rolls and our mimosas, we open up the rest of the presents, and then we do like everybody else, watch football, eat, and drink a little bit. So that's our tradition. Anybody else have any traditions they want to share in the chat? Did I catch anything here? Yeah, that's right. So Terry gave me electric shave 38 years ago, one of our first Christmases together, and every year I've gotten that. And I've learned to look forward to it because I do need that. So nothing like a practical gift. Maddie likes watching Beauty and the Beast and Enchanted Christmas with her sister Emma. That's something we do. I've got the new version, or not the new version, but the what's the right word? The video enhanced version of Beauty and the Beast. So we watch that one. New Orleans girl, she's in charge of making the gumbo this year. Hey, if you happen to have any extra gumbo, feel free to put it in a container. Send it up this way. I don't hate to have it take up all that room in your refrigerator. So please send us some of that gumbo. We'd love to have it. So, well, all right. Well, this pretty much we're getting to the end of the show here. I want to thank everybody for coming by. I wanted to learn how to do some live streaming, and it took me a while to do this. I've been talking since maybe August or September that I wanted to do live stream, and I finally got everything put together and did it. And Mr. Lodak, hey, great to see you. Glad you could come by and say hello. Thank you very much. As I was saying, my first live stream, learning how to do everything. I want to thank everybody for their help they gave me, help me with that. If you like the live stream, I'm going to start doing a live stream. Whoops, hold on a second. Lights went out a second. I'm going to start doing a live stream every other Wednesday starting January 8th. So January 8th, I'm calling it Wednesdays with Wendell Live. Same type of format. We'll sing some songs, maybe have some karaoke, talk about some of the videos. Just give you a time to get away from all that other stuff that's going on in your life, and just a time to relax and have some fun. So I hope you can join me. Love to have you there. Something new I wanted to try and see if people like that. Hold on here. I forgot some other things. And let's see. Was there anything else? So other than let's just do our last song, and I want to thank everybody for coming by. This was fun. There we go. You probably know this one. Little Frank song. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are near to us, gathered near to us, once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself